morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club. This is Sunday morning at the annual Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. It is now time for I believe it's the C event semifinals. My name is Steve Kaltenbach. Thank you very much for joining us today. This morning's matchup on the featured sheet is sheet C. It's going to be Team Dobbs out of the Curling Club of Virginia, and they'll be facing off against the Can-Am Curliers, which is a combination Burlington and Potomac team. And we are just about to get started. It looks like Burlington will be starting off with the red stones, which means that Team Dobbs is yellow and has a hammer. It's the first stone for the lead of Burlington, Stephanie Erstad. Into the house, center line, just hitting the top 8. Here's the first stone for Christina Lessie, the lead for Team Dobbs. This looks a bit hot. It's definitely coming in. We'll see if it sticks around. Yep, it's sticking around in the house. Back, just biting the 8-foot. Stephanie with her second shot now. Coming out of her hand, it looks a bit lighter. Going for the guard, I presume. And it's a little deep. Looks like it'll freeze. Just a little tick off of its own rock. So as you can see now, I believe red is currently sitting 1. Christine with her second shot now. Sweepers on it very quickly. Dobbs calling for the hit, and lots of action. One stone is able to pull out. The shooter rolls out as well. Unfortunately, the other red stone moves to just biting the 4-foot on the tee line. So red now sitting 1. Here is Joel Erstad with his first stone, the second for Burlington. Not a lot of weight on this one. Just ticking over, and that'll take over shot. Red now sitting 2. Here is Scott Burke, the second for CCVA. Oh, Sweeper's on it quickly. Looked like he pushed it a little bit out of his hand. Able to get 1 and nudge 2. Michael Dobbs, the skip, able to push that all the way to the back of the house. It's no longer counting, but it is still in play. Red's still sitting 1, though. Joel now with his second shot. Sweeper's on this very quickly. And they are able to drive the yellow stone out and move the shot rock over to the other side of the house now. Looks like Dobbs is calling for, looking to come down to it, I believe. Oh no, that's hit weight. Super's on it very quickly, trying to hold that line. Very nice, getting the double. Yellow now sitting 2. Dobbs got to be happy with that. Now Craig Bancroft calling for Doris Bitts to try a double of her own. And shot's definitely there. Both teams starting out very well. A lot of good shots made. And Sweeper's looking to hold the line. Oh, unfortunately, that's a bit of a flash. A tough break for Burlington. Let's see if Dobbs will be able to capitalize. He's calling for a guard in the house, aiming for top 12. This is the vice for Team Dobbs. That's Doug Chalmers. Shots away. And it's got to move over a little bit. And doesn't look like it's going to. A little deeper than he'd like as well. Just nudging out the shot rock and taking over itself. But it's behind the tee line. So if Bancroft wants, they could just sit on it. Big thank you to our 13 viewers so far. Please feel free to tell your friends. We've got some intense curling action here. Here's Doris with her second shot. This one looks a little bit better online. Sweeper's now starting. They get 1, push 2 back, and take over shot. Very nice shot by Doris Bitts. Unfortunately, that shot rock is pretty well, completely exposed. So Dobbs wasting a little time calling for the hit. Looking to attack this from the inside. Line looks pretty good right now. We'll see if they're able to hold it in. Yes, very nice. Shooter does roll out. But a good solid hit. Yellow now sitting 2 again. Skip Craig Bancroft now looking for a hit of his own. And it's a hit, but unfortunately the shooter rolls out. Looks like it is still in play. Well out of the rings, though. It's not going to be much of a factor to anyone. Dobbs now setting up his first shot. Shot is away. Not a ton of weight on this. Dobbs calling the sweepers on. Let's see if they're able to drag it certainly into the house, but I think he wanted to split the house a little bit more than he did. Not a bad shot at all, though, sitting full 4. Craig with getting ready for his last shot of the end. And he is looking to take out that new shot rock. They released a bit late on that. They'll see if they're able to hold this line. They want to kick over to the left as well. And no, it's a nose hit. So red sit shot, but yellow with the hammer, and they'll be playing pretty simple nose hit to get their 2. Let's see if Dobbs can execute. It's fairly early in the morning, so. I was talking with the Dobbs team earlier, and they mentioned that they've had a pretty rough go of it with a lot of early morning and late night draws. So we'll see how fresh they are. Oh, Dobbs calling the team on very quickly. Ooh, it's going to need to curl. And yes, very nice hit, and Dobbs will get his 2. So after the first end, Team Dobbs has a 2-0 lead. Apologies for these slight technical difficulties. This is a first stone for Christina Lessie, looking for the guard. And sweepers bringing that pretty much exactly where Dobbs wants it, right on the center line. Very nice. First stone now for Stephanie Erstad. Looking to come the other way for a corner guard. And looks like it's going to be coming in. Dobbs going to give it a sweep. And he will be able to sweep it out. We'll also keep you updated on the other game on the ice right now. That's on sheet A. That is Curl Me Maybe, which is a Potomac and Brooklyn team, going up against the Hackheads, which is from Triangle Curling Club in North Carolina. Give me one moment. I will figure out who's playing which stones. Looks like the Potomac Brooklyn team is playing the Red Stones, and they're currently down 3-0 after the first end. So Hackheads, the Triangle Curling Club, has the lead on sheet A. Second stone for Christina Lessie was another very nice guard. Looks like Stephanie's going to try to draw behind them. And looks like she'll be able to do so. Will it stick around? Yes, it will. We're able to bring it pretty deep into the house. Mostly full back 8. Dobbs wasting no time calling for the hit. Looking for control weight. We apologize, we don't have the skips mics, so we've turned up the ambient mics a little bit. Oh, unfortunately it crashes on the guard. It does spill the guard in. Red sitting 1. And it gives them a better shot at that hit later. They're calling for another draw to try to protect that shot rock. Here's Joel Erstad with his first stone. Stephanie Erstad holding the broom. And it's going to get around the guard. They'll finish this off, and that'll be a very nice shot. Almost directly in front of that shot rocket. Now sits shot. Red sitting 2. Dobbs going to, I believe, try to play another hit with Scott Burke. This thing is going to have to move. No, looks like this is going to sail right on through. That's a tough break for Virginia. The Bancroft rink now setting up, looks to be another guard looking for top of the house. Sweeping it quite a bit. It will, I think, just make it into the rings. About exactly where they wanted it. Very nice. With that sort of angle, it'll be tough to double something out, but Dobbs is going to try. Fortunately, that yellow guard not leaving him a lot of options. Here's Doug Chalmers with his first stone. Sweeping it very hard. Very nice hit. Looks like it is just spilled over. I believe that's third shot now for yellow. From my view, red's still sitting 2. And it looks like Stephanie wants to come after it. Well, with that much ice, I think she's actually going to sit on the inside of that. Doris' shot is away. Looking to sit just on the inside of that yellow stone and a little deep. They wick off the yellow stone, push to the back of the house. Red now sitting 3. Dobbs has his work cut out for him. He's going to need to try to get some of those red stones out of play. Calling the sweepers on it very quickly. This stone is going to move very hard off the center line unless Christine's able to hold it. And they do. Able to get the hit. Not able to get the double, but they've, I believe red's still sitting one from my vantage point. But yellow now has second shot. Very nice shot from Doug. Sporting what I can only imagine is a honey badger hat. Oh, Wisconsin Badgers hat. That makes way more sense. Doris now setting up for her next shot. Sweepers on it very quickly. They want to make sure they hold this line. Take out that Yellowstone. And they do. Very nice. Able to push that, jam on that redstone in the back there. Red now sitting two. A very nice shot from Doris. Question from the chat. Yes, the other game is being played. It's being played on Sheet A. Sheet B currently laying fallow as we get ready for the finals. We'll bring you updates as they happen. As of right now on Sheet A, the Hackheads from Triangle have a 3-0 lead on Curl Me Maybe, which is the Potomac Brooklyn team. Dobbs now going to be going after that red shot rock. It's starting to move quite a bit. They're going to need to hold this. And very nice. Able to roll it just in front of that redstone. Creating a lot of jam opportunities there. It's going to be tough to get that Yellowstone out. Yellow now sitting one. Dobbs very happy about that. All right, Craig Bancroft with his first skips rock. And they are going to go after the shot rock, asking for a little more ice from Stephanie. They're going to need to hit this on the outside and fairly thin too if they don't want to jam. Steady sweep there. Able to get around the guards. Oh, but unfortunately knocks their own stone out. Does create separation, but at the expense of their own rock. Yellow now sitting two, as that stone on the right side comes back into play. Dobbs setting up on the far outside now. Looks like a guard or a light draw weight. Not moving as much as I think he'd like. It's going to need some late finish. And yeah, it's a bit hot. Oh no. Oh no. Knocking his own stone back. Luckily it jams on the red rock and back. But as far as I can tell, yellow's still sitting two. Red's stone is third shot. And now with the hammer, Craig Bancroft looking to take out that shot rock and get his one. Unfortunately, no real opportunity for a double here. Meaningful double, that is. Sleeper's looking to hold this line. Line looks pretty good. And a very nice hit. Pushing it out. And that is going to be one red. So after the second end, Team Dobbs still leading 2-1. And Team Dobbs will have the hammer going into the third end. First stone for Stephanie Erstad. They're sweeping it, but it looks like a decent high guard. Just trying to keep that as close to the center line as she can. And yeah, can't beat that. Christine now in the hack for her first stone. Super's on this very quickly. It may have come out a little light. But they're dragging it nicely. It's definitely going to be in the house. And it'll go just past the tee line. Decent first stone. Dobbs having no issue with attacking the house. Stephanie with her second shot. To sweep this behind the guard. Will it make it? Yes, just makes it around. And with that late finish, sitting right on the center line, almost dead buried behind that guard, sitting top 12. Dobbs, I believe, calling for going for the hit. Super's on this very quickly. It looks narrow out of her hand. And this is going to push the guard back and out. That's going to be a free guard violation. So they'll put it back. Remember, you cannot remove any guards within the first 4 stones. Craig calling for the hit on the Yellowstone. Coming from the outside. Hopefully looking to go across the face, roll behind their red rock. Good morning, Jimmy. The breakfast situation at the club is very solid. We've got sausages and eggs and French toast and lots of coffee. If you are in need, I strongly urge you to come on down. Very nice hit. Wasn't able to get any roll, but a good nose hit there for, I believe it was Joel Erstead. And red now sitting 2. Scott Burke now with his first stone. It's definitely up weight, but they've got to hold this line. It's going to be very tough. They've got to get around the guard, although appeal not terrible here. Able to hit 1 and 2. The first stone is out, and Dobbs not able to get back to the other stone. So shooter rolled out. Red now sitting 1, but they are all the way at the back of the house. Craig looking to guard it up and put another one in. Protect that back stone. Sweeper's working hard to hold this line. You'll be able to drag it in. Not quite. You can see it just at the bottom of your screen there. It is just a couple inches off. That can be split on. But as of right now, red's still sitting 1. Scott Burke coming down for his second shot. Another upweight shot. Looking to hold this line. Super's working furiously. They're around the guard, and they're able to push out that red rock out of play. Red's still sitting 1, but now it's a yellow stone in front. And it's got a nearly direct line to for that run back, if they so desire. Team Bancroft, Doris now trying to, looks like, draw the other side of the house. Quick update on Sheet A. The Hackheads were able to steal 1 in the second. They now lead 4-0 over Curl Me Maybe. Super's working very hard on that. Will they be able to get it around the guard? No, they're crashing. Giving a little bit more protection to that stone in the back house, though. But the right side is still fairly wide open. And that's what Dobbs is going to go for. Doug's first shot is away. Sweepers coming in. Got to make sure they're around those guards. They are, and able to push that yellow guard back, and sitting right on the tee line. A very nice shot from Doug. He's been on point this morning. There should be room on that right side to get rid of that Yellowstone. You most likely won't be able to keep the shooter around, because otherwise, if you nose hit, the yellow will just jam on the back red rock. And looks like instead they're just peeling the guard away. Good strategy, making that hit a little easier for next time. Though Dobbs is calling to put that guard back. Doug coming down with his second shot. It might be coming out a bit wide. It's going to have to come around a little bit. They're well around the guards. But how's the line? The line looks okay. There's definitely a port there. If Bancroft wants to hit it, he probably can. Yes, and they're going to be coming from the inside. I'd say that's the right ice. No, they've switched it over to the outside. Oh, this way, if you're going to miss, you're at least going to peel the yellow guard instead of the red. You can hear Stephanie yelling very hard for the sweep. And they're able to hit very nicely, get through that port, take out that yellow shot rock. Red now sitting 1. Almost full 4. Now Dobbs is going to pretty much just try to follow them through that port. Dobbs' first shot is away. Sweeper's jogging next to it, but not sweeping. Oh, will he make it? He will not. He'll be crashing on his guard. Scott sweeps that over to the left, preventing any, preventing most runbacks, pushbacks. But Red's still sitting 1. Not the best result for Dobbs there. Craig now looking to draw the house again, try to pick up an extra point. Craig with a very late release. They'll have to work to get this around the guards, and they do. Will they be able to bring it into the house, though, make it count? Yes, they will. Just biting the 8. A very nice shot from Craig Bancroft. I'd say a double is there. It's with that red guard in front, it's going to be tough to get over to it. But the opportunity is definitely there. Dobbs may instead attempt to draw or simply try to go after the shot rock, as it's a little bit more exposed. But it'll be tough to just get the shot rock and not spill out the shooter, though. But that appears to be the plan. Here is the hammer for the third end. Swoopers on it very quickly. This is a precision shot here. Will they be able to pull it off? Yes, they will. Pushing the redstone out. Unfortunately, the shooter rolls out as well, and that is going to be a steal of 1 for red. So after 3 ends, we are all tied up 2-2. All right, as we begin the 4th end, Stephanie Erstad getting ready for her first shot, and it is away. Looks to be another solid center guard. And just touching the center line. Very nice effort from Stephanie. Dobbs now calling for, looks like, corner guard. Looks like this will be coming in. That's going to need to slow a bit. There it goes. And they will sweep it just to the side of the house. It is biting the 12-foot. Craig now calling for a draw behind. This looks a little light. They're swooping it mostly to get around the guard, but I think you could use it for the house as well, and I don't think it's going to get there. They're around the guard, but not enough juice to get to the house. So now 2 guards right on the center line for red. Yellow sitting 1 with their shot on the far right as you're looking from the hack. Christine now with her second shot, drawing the other side. It looks like she may have come out a bit wide and a bit hot. And will that stick around? It is just not curling at all. Nope. Bit too hot, and it flashes through the house. Yellow's still sitting 1, though. Joel Erstad getting ready for his first shot. And Stephanie calling for a draw behind those guards, trying to get it into the 4. And this is going to crash onto the center guard, creating a nice little conga line of red stones right on the center line. I do what I can. Looks like Dobbs is calling for Scott just to blow all of those stones up. Free up the center line. Apparently Dobbs hates conga. And they're able to peel the first out, but none of the others. Center line still guarded twice over. Shooter rolls out, but a solid peel nonetheless. Joel Erstad now looking to try the same shot, draw behind those guards. I think he came out a bit narrower than he would have liked. They're going to have to sweep this to get around the guards. Looks a little, first it looked light, but looks like it's going to be okay. And then a lot of late finish. It's to the back of the house. Dobbs sweeps it, but to no avail. Very nice shot to the back 8. Well guarded now. Dobbs wasting no time calling for the peel again. Trusting that Scott will be able to at least get one of those stones out, if not both. The run back with these angles is pretty much impossible. Joel working very hard sweeping. Trying to get that angle just right. They push one back and one through. That red shot rock still pretty well guarded. It would be open on the right side, and that's what Stephanie's trying to protect now. Doors with her first stone. They'll need to sweep this, I think. And they're working hard. I think it's just going to just tick the guard, though. Yes, unfortunately. Not able to get all the way around. It is not on. Red's still sitting one. A lot of protection up front, but there is a decent port to either draw down to it or go for the hit. And Dobbs is going after that red shot rock. Sweepers on very quickly. They're going to need to try to hold this, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. Nope. Instead, it's going to be crashing on the yellow guard. Able to avoid the red guard, and that shooter rolls out. Yellow removes their own stone. So red's still sitting one. And looking to draw on again. Try to pick up some extra points. Doris with her second shot now. Pardon me. Calling for the sweep, but this is coming up quite light. It's going to be another guard. Doing a very nice job plugging up that port, though. Protecting the shot rock. It would be very tough to come after this one now, unless you're running back one of those long guards. And it looks like Dobbs is going to call for the peel. Maybe if he gets lucky, he'll get a run back. Here's Doug with his first shot of the end. Christine staying close on this. And they are able to get one. Just missing the yellow stone on the backside. Dobbs a bit relieved. So that shot rock currently wide open, And Stephanie calling for another guard. Looking to put this one in the house, though. They'd need full 12. Yeah, they would need full 12 to pick up a second point here. Craig Bancroft, the skip of the Bancroft team, looking to pick up an extra point on the steal. Really put the pressure on Dobbs. So far, they like the line, they like the weight. It's going to need to curl a bit, though. Stephanie liking the line less and less. And it moved quite a bit. There's still some room there, but all in all, a very nice shot from Craig. This is definitely doubleable, though, and that's what Dobbs is going to go for. Nose hit, maybe slightly on the inside, but I wouldn't chance that too much. Should send both of them packing. If he catches this just on the outside, a good chance that it'll jam instead. With that ice and the way the ice has been curling, they should be okay if he's able to hit the broom. Oh, a slip and fall from Dobbs. Hope he's all right. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to go wide. A tough break for Dobbs. Looks like the only thing wounded, though, was his pride. Not too bad. Well, now an opportunity for Craig to perhaps pepper the house with even more stones. This is his last shot of the end. This is coming up a bit light, but it should be in the house. Maybe. They're working hard on it. And yes, they are able to get it to bite. And from my vantage point, I believe that's third shot. So Dobbs now, there's a lot of red stones in the middle of the house. And it'll be tough to get to the 4. Looks like he's considering a draw on the right side from the hack. And it looks like he's going to come from the other side instead. He'll need full 4 to get his points, or really biting 4 to get his points, or to get his 1 point. Coming from way on the outside. This is going to be tough. They haven't used that ice a whole lot, so we'll see if it's able to come back from all the way to, over there. But he needs, if not to get his point, then to cut Bancroft down. Super's on this very quickly. He may have come in a bit narrow. He cannot afford to crash, but now he needs it to finish. They kept it on the outside, but will it come back for them? It's in the house. It's past the tee. And a very nice shot. That is going to be 1 yellow. Exactly what Michael Dobbs needed. Very well done. And a nice comeback, snatching that 1 with a hammer. So after the 4th end, Team Dobbs from Virginia now leads it 3-2. And the Can-Am Curliers from Burlington will have the hammer in the fourth end. If you're just joining us, again, this is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel at the Potomac Curling Club in beautiful downtown Laurel, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Steve Kaltenbaugh. We've got, let's see, 17 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us. First stone is away for Christina Lessie. And looks like this will be coming into the house. Yes, just biting the 8-foot. Excuse me. That just barely biting, yes. Stephanie now with her first stone. And nice hit from Stephanie Ersted. Dropping that red stone just onto the center line. Biting 12. Always nice when your lead can throw hits. It's an underappreciated skill. This one looks a bit deeper. Should be around the guard, or should be around the redstone. Oh no, it's finishing late, and instead we'll push the redstone back into the 4-foot. Still, both stones pretty well exposed though. And Craig is going to be calling for a hit. Decent nose hit here would stick the redstone around, give them 2. Stephanie with her second shot. Good hit. Dobbs is keeping an eye and sweeping that red shooter rock off of the house and out of play. But a good hit from Stephanie. Quick update on sheet A. It's been a couple more steals for the Hackheads at a triangle, and they now lead, I believe it's 6-0 over Team Gray. That's Curl Me Maybe playing the Red Rocks. They have a long way to come back. First stone from Scott Burke is able to tap the red stone. Craig working hard to get that yellow shooter rock out, not able to do so. It is just hanging around in the back of the house. Red's still sitting 1, but completely exposed. There are only 2 games on the ice right now. These are, I believe, both C event semifinals. I'm afraid I don't remember the exact name of whichever cherry blossom we've got for this. I know Yoshino Cherry is the A event, and one of them is the Akebono. I think it's the D event. See, Jill's first stone. And they are sweeping this to the left side of the house now, looking to split it up the house a little bit, and getting full 8. Very nice shot. Scott now with his second shot. Coming at this with some speed. He's up weight, but will it curl enough? No, unfortunately it's a flash. Stephanie now calling for one on the, looking for the 12 or the 8-foot top house. Trying to protect that shot rock. It started a bit light, but the sweeper's doing a nice job dragging this. And they're getting into the house and just to the top 8. Covering up that shot rock nicely. It's going to be tough to get at that without a double. And that's what Dobbs is going to call. He's looking for the big hit. Doug's had a solid game so far. Let's see if he can keep it up. Sweepers are on it. Ooh, it's moving on him. And just grazing the red stone. That's a tough break. While they exposed the shot rock, they were looking to get it out on that stone. So now it gives Team Bancroft another chance to try to guard it up. Maybe throw another one in the house. Here's Doris Bitts with her first shot of the end. They're able to hold the line pretty well. Now they'll let it finish. A little deeper than they like. It looks like they're going to try to freeze it. And they do a pretty good job. Maybe just a couple of inches of separation there. It'll be tough to get both of those out. But Dobbs has to try. He'll need to hit that shot rock on the inside, fairly thin. And they're going to need to hold this. They get one. Shooter rolls to the left, and it will roll out of, well, it's out of the house, not out of play. Red's still sitting 3. It looks like Dobbs may have to pull out some more magic if he wants to steal here. Doris with her second shot now. Sweeper's working hard on this. They're trying to split the house a little bit. And instead it's going to be a guard, I think. They worked hard at it, but it's not quite going to reach the house. Guarding up that left stone, though, that's that second shot. Looks like Dobbs is going to once again go after those red stones on the right side. This is Michael Dobbs' first stone of the end, the first skip stone. Dobbs in the hack. Gets the slide, shot is away. This is moving quite a bit. I think he's going to have to catch the outside of these, unless they're able to hold it. Oh, yes. They're able to get one and push the shot rock out to the 12 foot. As for which team is shot right now, oh, that is close. Our angle isn't 100%. If I had to guess, I'd say yellow is shot, but it is mighty close. Craig Bancroft here, getting ready for his first skipstone. Looks like he is wasting no time going for the hit. So far, so good. And yes, a very nice hit. Shooter does roll out of play, but red now sitting 2. Dobbs has some choices here. As you try to cut them down, there's no way he'll be able to take out both of those stones. Not unless he's somehow perfected a like a boomerang shot, which I'm not sure is possible. So the question is, will he draw? Will he try to hit? Looks like he's going to go for a draw. Probably a smart move. If he's able to get a little bit of cover behind that shot rock, he'll make it tougher. But if he leaves himself exposed, he could be giving them a shot for 3. Oh, they played a hit instead. They're going to cut them down instead. Not a bad move. Red's still sitting shot, and that Yellowstone is wide open. A simple nose hit will give Bancroft 2. Giving very tight ice here. Probably a good move on the outside of the sheet. This ice hasn't been used a whole lot, so it will most likely not curl as much. Seems like it came out a little light. They're going to have to hold this. Looks like you're just going for a draw instead. They need it to full 8. They're dragging it as far as they can, and they're not going to make it. A tough break. It's going to be 1 red. Dobbs over here breathing a sigh of relief. So after the 5th end, we are now tied once again, 3-3. Yellow, Team Dobbs, will have the hammer. Again, this is our C event semifinals. Please join us at noon today for all of our final games. Should be a lot of fun. First stone away for Stephanie Erstead. Looks a little heavy. It's going to need to move over if she wants it on the center line again. It's in the house, on the center line. Not bad. About halfway on the 8 foot. First stone coming away for Christine. Sweeping this hard. They want to get a good hit, but that stone is moving quite a bit on the center line. And Scott able to hold it. They lost the shooter. Dobbs working very hard to get it out and does so. Well done. And yes, that stone goes out of play. Back to a clean sheet now for Stephanie. Gonna try another guard. This looks a little better. Looks a lot lighter though. Oh no. All right, not quite on the center line, but a solid guard nonetheless. Dobbs now calling for a draw behind. Christine with her second shot. That's going to need a lot of late finish, but there it goes. It's a bit heavy, though. And this is going to sail right through. Stephanie looking for something in the top of the house, preferably behind their guard. This is Joel Erstad, the second for Team Bancroft. Looks a bit wide for now, but there is a lot of curl on this side. Dobbs getting ready to sweep that as far as he can. Will he be able to get it out? It's close, but no. That stone sits on the center line, back 8. But it is pretty well exposed. Dobbs calling for a control hit here. Oh, he came a bit on the inside, I think. See if they're able to hold this line. Sweeper's working very, very hard at it, but peel away the guard. Stephanie now looking to put another guard up. And this should be in the house. A very nice guard. Right on the center line, top 12. Dobbs wasting no time, calling for a hit. Just off center hit, may be able to get 2 here. But this thing is going to have to move. They're able to get 1. Shooter is able to get out of play. Stephanie is air sweeping, apparently doing something. Red now sitting 1 once again. Here's Doris with her first shot. Looking to basically put that last shot back. And will it make the house? It's going to be close. We'll need to finish that off. And yes, a little higher than last one, but still certainly counts. A nice job guarding up the shot rock and Dobbs will once again have to peel that away. Coming from the other side. No, maybe. Yes, he's changing his mind. Coming from the outside now. In my opinion, probably a good call. Doug setting up his next shot. Ooh, they're on it very quickly. They're going to have to try to hold this. And they're able to hold it. Let's see what kind of action they get. They get one and not able to get two. Shooter rolls to biting the top 12. Red's still sitting one, and Stephanie once again calling to put that back. Just a reminder, Craig Bancroft is the skip of this team, but Stephanie Erstad is holding the broom. Stephanie's playing lead today. Quick update over on sheet A. Team Gray, that's Curl Me Maybe, was able to take one in the fifth. They now trail the Hackheads 6-1. Shots away for Doris. Sweeper's just cleaning in front of it. Looking to make sure it gets over, but will it get in the house? Not quite. As you can see on your screen there, there's less than a foot of room there before it hits the house. Looks like Dobbs is going to go for another peel. Hope for a run back. He's really having trouble trying to get to that back stone. Doug Chalmers with his second shot. Christine's starting sweeping immediately, trying to hold this line. They're getting one. Let's see, and no, they will not get two. Rolling that shooter over to the left, guarding up that that yellow second shot. So the red zone currently completely exposed. Nice job by Doug with those two peels. But Craig Bancroft, the skip, will be looking to put that shot back once again. It's always nice as a skip when all you have to do is basically throw guards. This looks a little heavier than they'd like. It's going to come in and actually come down to shot rock. Just tap it back a little bit. Yeah, there's enough separation there that Dobbs definitely has a double available. A nose hit should get them both out with a decent amount of weight. And that is definitely the call. Oh, we're up to 20 viewers now. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. If you're in the area, please come on by the club. We do have breakfast for everyone. Well, not. Oh! Oh! A slip and fall by Christine. She looks like she's all right. Dobbs helping her up. Unfortunately, she did burn the stone. Yeah, she looks more annoyed than anything, so that's a good sign. As they take care of the ice a little bit. So a tough break, but thankfully everyone's all right. Stephanie set the room up looking for, looks like another guard. Trying to get it into the 12-foot, though, to outcount. Super's on this quickly. I guess it came out a little light because the line looks about the same as before. Yes, that's definitely light. I don't think it's going to make the house. No, it doesn't. It's an okay guard. The double is definitely still there for Dobbs' hammer. He'll have to come from the other side now, though. Center line is wide open. This double here, if he's able to get it, if he sticks the shooter around, that'll be 2. Otherwise, just the 1. But most importantly is to get rid of those red rocks. Shots away. Scott sweeping very hard. Now coming off of it, and they're through the port. They get 1, push 1 back, and they're able to sit 1. Yellow gets 1. Very nice shot by Dobbs with the hammer. And after 6, we've got Team Dobbs 4 points, and Team Bancroft, the Can-Am Curliers from Burlington, Potomac, 3 points. But Bancroft will have the hammer in the 6th end. First stones away for Christine Alessi. Looking to hold this right around the center line. And it's going across the line, but that is a mighty fine center guard. Craig looking like he wants to draw around that. Stephanie's first stone away. Sweeper's on it. Now coming off. Now Craig finishing it off. Will it make the house? Not quite. It's a center guard on the other side of the center line. Already center of the house. Access to the center of the house being restricted up. Christine in the hack for her second shot. Dobbs setting up far to the outside, looking to draw around that red guard. She came out a bit light. They'd rather let this curl, but it may need it. Super's working very hard at it. And will it make the house? Not quite. It's going to be another corner guard. You can see it just on your screen there at the Craig's blocking the view, but that's all right. Stephanie with her second stone now. Super's coming in about halfway down the ice. looking to get around that red guard, get into the house, and instead going to push it back. The red guard spills into the house, and it's covered up a decent amount by that by the yellow guard, the first stone from Christine. Red now sitting 1, just biting the top 12. Still a lot of stones left to play though. Scott Burke settling in for his first stone. And looks like it's a bit hot for what they'd like. Craig working to get it out of play, and he succeeds. We had handshakes over on sheet A. Looks like the Hackheads were able to pull it out over Curl Me Maybe. So they'll be moving on to the finals today. Again, all of the final games, the championship games will be played at noon today, so please join us for those. Next stone by Joel Erstad is coming into the house, and they're able to guide it around all the guards, push it to the back of the house, sitting full 8. Very nice shot. It's guarded on the outside, but there's plenty of room on the inside if Dobbs wants to go for a hit. It seems that's what he's interested in. Shots away for Scott Burke. This is going to have to move, though, if they want to get to that backstone. And yes, a very nice shot. Shooter will just stick around, sitting full 12. That is shot rock. It's pretty well exposed. There is a yellow. There are a couple guards up in front, but it is accessible from the outside. Looks like Craig and Stephanie more interested in drawing. Still plenty of the house left to work with. So again, we only had two matches for this draw. So with handshakes on sheet A, our featured game is the only game left on the ice. Shots away. Got it around the yellow guard. Will they get it around the red? Yes. And very nice shot. Able to knock out that yellow stone. And they stuck around as well. Red now sitting 2. Albeit 2 that are just biting the 12-foot. Doug now settling in. Center of the house is still fairly wide open. That appears to be the plan for Team Dobbs. Looked like it was a bit hot, but it's slowing down quite a bit now. And they're able to get around everything and just past the button. But it's sitting quite nicely, about halfway on the 4-foot. Yellow now sitting 1. Very nice shot from Doug. And it looks like Team Bancroft would like to go after that. Doorspitz has the honors. Super's on this immediately. Gotta make sure they get around all of those guards. And they do so. Red now sitting 3 with Shot Rock just hitting the button. So let's see if Dobbs is able to follow them down. Looking more to sit on them, I think. Able to get around all of those guards and just a tap back instead of a sit. Yellow now sitting 1. Shot Rock is pretty well exposed. And red is sitting 2, 3, 4. A dangerous end for Dobbs. And Bancroft trying to figure out the best way to get a big payday. They'll be going after this Shot Rock here. Coming from the inside. Shouldn't be any problem getting around guards. Super's on this very quickly. I think she came out a bit narrow. But Sweeper's doing a nice job holding it. And yeah, no problem at all. Jamming on the red. And red now sitting 4. Really, really very nice shot by Doris. Able to roll that shooter, that shot zone, behind that red guard. And remember, that red guard has a yellow guard in front of it. So it will be more of a draw than a hit available here. Dobbs getting ready for his first stone at the end. Looked like he came out a bit light on that. Super's on this very quickly. He's got to make sure he's around the guards. He's around the yellow. Should be around the red. And a little too heavy. Stephanie able to push that back behind the Shot Rock. Sitting full 8. But able to cut them down now. Red sitting 1. But it is a tantalizing target for Bancroft. Getting ready for his first stone. Now it looks like he's going to talk things over with Stephanie. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, our second to last draw. We are at the Potomac Curling Club in beautiful downtown Laurel, Maryland. My name is Steve Kaltenbaugh. Thank you so much for joining us. We're currently in the 7th end between Team Dobbs, which is from the Curling Club of Virginia, and the Can-Am Curliers, a combination Burlington and Potomac team. Reminder that our championship draw will be happening at noon today, featuring our A event finals, which is a matchup between Team Noble from Ardsley Curling Club, and a Potomac club, which they've decided to call themselves the reigning CB champs because, well, they are. Looking for back-to-back. That's skipped by Richard Chin. So we hope that you will all join us. If you're in the area, please come on down and cheer on these teams in person. Or if you're able to watch the web stream as you are now, more power to you. Here is Craig with his first stone. Oh, just missing. Very, very close, but not quite enough. A good job snaking through all the guards, but unfortunately not able to take out that Yellowstone. Dobbs now looking to put one in the top of the 4, try to cut them down even more, take over shot, and prevent the massive score that Bancroft was hoping for. He has the line for this. His last shot was nearly the same line, just slightly lighter is the goal. This actually looks a bit heavier. Scott and Christine working on this hard, looking to try to make sure they're around that red guard, and they are. And they're dragging it to the 4 and touching the button. Very nice. Great pair by Michael Dobbs. Putting his 2 stones, shot rock and third shot, sandwiching Red's best rock so far. And best case scenario would be a hit, but if with a hit, it would be very hard for Red to stick around and get anything more than 1. I mean, if we're talking circus shots here, they'd have to come across that Yellowstone, maybe get super lucky, and push out the back Yellowstone as well. But I think they're more likely just going for a hit and trying for 1 or 2. Here comes the stone, and they're able to get the back one. Unfortunately, they needed the front one. That's going to be a steal of 1 for Dobbs. And in the 7th end, Dobbs continues to lead 5-3 as we head to the 8th and final end. Red will retain the hammer. Down 2. Oops. First stone from Christine Alessi. Looks to be a decent center guard, just coming out across the center line. That'll do nicely. Stephanie with her first stone. Down 2 with the hammer is tough. You really need your front end to be on point And unfortunately, this looks a bit heavy. Dobbs going to try to sweep this out, and he is able to do so. That's a tough break for Team Bancroft. Dobbs now calling for the draw behind that guard. This looks a bit light for now. A bit wide, too. I think this is going to be sitting on the outside. Yep. A little bit of finish. It'll sit full 8 just behind the tee line. Stephanie with her second shot. Sweepers steadily working on this one. This looks like it's going to come up a little short. They're able to get around that guard, but not actually past it. It's going to sit on the center line, nearly parallel with the yellow guard. Yellow is still sitting 1. Again, yellow up 2, but red has the hammer. Scott Burke now with his second shot. Sweeper's working on this very quickly. Continuing to sweep. This came out pretty light. It is over the hog, but it looks like it's going to set up a nice row with the other 2 guards. A little shorter than them. Stephanie calling for a peel now, trying to open up the center of the house. Stephanie and the rest of Team Bancroft need points. 2 to tie, 3 to win. And they need to open up the house. Looks like they're going to be going after that back one, though, trying to roll behind. And they roll a bit too far, unfortunately. Dobbs is able to push it out of the house. Looks like it is just barely still in play, though. But that's not going to be useful by any stretch, though. Looks like this is going to crash. Looking to try to tap up one of their guards. And very nice shot. They push it into biting the top 8. It's behind the leftmost guard as you're looking from the hack. Give you a viewpoint there. There we are. It is accessible. It'd be a tough shot from the right, from the outside. Next shot coming in from Joel Erstead. Looks like they're just trying to draw around it. And it will come into the house. A little deep. And it looks like, from our vantage point, that red is now sitting shot. However, they are completely exposed. And Dobbs immediately calling for the hit. Hopefully trying to run Bancroft out of rocks. And the hit succeeds. Shooter rolls out of play. Excuse me. Doors bits now with her next shot. Stephanie setting up just behind that outside yellow guard. Sweeper's working very hard to try to push up this red rock. Looking to tap the red guard up, and they're able to hit it. Stephanie working very hard, and they're able to push that into the 4-foot. Decent amount of cover there, though there is a port. And Dobbs once again calling for the hit. Doug Chalmers with his next shot. And looks like they should be able to make it through that port. Oh, no, they crash. Very close, but unfortunately the shooter rolls right through. And now an opportunity for Bancroft is exactly what they need. The red rock is wide open, but they are sitting shot. Again, they need 2 to tie and 3 to win. Doris preparing her second shot. Super's on this quickly. That's more important, but they really need to get it over that hog line. Yeah, they're over. And they're able to get it past the yellow as well. Sitting full 8. Nice job by the sweepers, dragging that quite a long ways. However, the double is available. Straight nose hit, I believe, will get it done. And that is the call. Dobbs looking to handle this himself. If he's able to pull off this double, it will become very, very difficult for Team Bancroft to come back with only 2 stones remaining. Dobbs in the hack. And he's away. Scott's on this very quickly. They need to hold this line. They've got it around. They've got 1. They've got 2. 1's out. And Doug's sweeping very hard. It is still in play, though. Still in the house. So yellow now sitting 2. And they've got those 2 rocks do have a yellow guard in front. Craig now figuring out just how on earth he can get his 2. Not a lot of great options here. Those 2 yellow stones in the house staggered at an odd angle. It'll be very hard to get them out. I don't believe you could get to the middle of them with enough weight, not with that yellow guard in front. as you see there. The draw is definitely available. If you're able to draw behind those 2 yellows, the option would be there. See Stephanie trying to figure out the best angle. Looks like they may be trying to go for an angle raise here off that red guard. They need to come at this with some heat. If they hit it perfectly, you know, miracles do happen. And that's what they're going to be going for. You see Stephanie setting up just on the outside. And they need to come at this with some heat. All right, here comes Craig with his first stone. Super staying off of it for now. Now they're on. They get 1, they get 2. Oh, they crash, unfortunately. High risk. Not quite the reward they were hoping for. And we have handshakes. So a very good game. Team Dobbs is able to take the win, and they'll be moving on to the C event finals, happening in about an hour. They take it over the Can-Am Curliers. Very well done from both teams. And with that, we'll wrap up this broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, please come back right around noon for our finals. It's going to be a great time. All right. Have a good day.